Greetings and salutations. Hey, last video that you saw was a build tease. I was working on a project here on the ranch, and I put it out there for y'all to guess what it was, and the Daily Shooter was the first one to guess. If you're so inclined, go ahead and check out William's channel, the Daily Shooter, and he's got some great gun and gear reviews that he does. He makes a video almost every day. I don't know how he does it, but anyway, I have an update on the soda machine gun safe, and we'll just review phase one. I did the outer cabinet and the front, and I want to show it to you, and hope you like it. So let me reposition the camera. We'll be right back. There it is. Ta-da! See a nice paint job outside. In a second, I'll open this thing up and show you the inside, which is not finished yet. It's pretty raw on the inside, but this machine, this thing had to weigh somewhere in the neighborhood of 400 pounds. Me, and I'm not as strong as I was 20 years ago, but I'm still a pretty tough old dude. And the guy I bought it from was probably 30. Looked like he was a pretty good male specimen. He was pretty stout. And the two of us both popped hernias trying to get this slid into the back of the Suburban. Yeah, it was heavy. And 90% of the weight is all in the mechanisms on the inside. Of course, I gutted all that, but I did have to get a couple of locks because the previous owner chiseled the old locks out, and this stuff is still available. So you're gonna love this. Look at that Barney purple crap. So as I was stripping this thing apart, there was these Pepsi stickers that were up here on the side, and I noticed they're a couple layers thick. So I started peeling away, kind of doing an investigative kind of archaeological dig type scenario, where I peeled the top sticker down to see what was underneath it. The original color of this soda machine was this purple color. You can see inside the cabinet there. I'll get you closer in a minute, but the build date's June 2nd, 1971, so it's a pretty old machine. And the reason I didn't paint the inside is because I wanted to keep something that was original, and that's the original color. This whole machine was purple, and underneath it, underneath that Pepsi sticker, was a sticker that said soft drinks by Value Bend. So this machine was manufactured by Choice Vending for a company called Value Bend. Apparently they're out of Wisconsin or Minnesota or something like that. How this machine ended up in Nevada is beyond me. But I think it cleaned up pretty good. I'll show you what my intentions are on the inside. Reposition again. You know, it looks good from 20 feet. You know, the buttons are kind of faded, and I think I can polish that up a little bit. And the chrome's fair, but not great. It's been outside for the last 15 years. I don't think this is vintage to this particular machine. And the machines that I see of this vintage have a three-dimensional vacuum formed Pepsi logo thing in here, and this of course gets lit up. And down here you got your trash receptacle for your pull tabs. Some of you might wonder, what the hell's a pull tab? Ask your grandpa, he'll know. Your change slot. Okay, so let's get in the inside. So down in the bottom down here is where the compressor would go, down in this cabinet area. And there was of course, the guts that housed all the soda and the different solenoids and all that stuff, and the motors to dispense the product out of the machine. This is actually a machine that was designed for 10-ounce bottles, but I thought about using this Harbor Freight floor matting material for the area down there underneath the main box, up underneath there. I didn't paint that, so it's kind of crusty down there. There you can see the build date. I had to replace this lock as well because it looked like somebody had pried the thing open and broke the little and broke the back side of the lock out. So I bought a new lock. And then the inside opens up. And on the inside you got your fluorescent housing. And this is kind of an oddball size. I stopped at Home Depot today to see if I could get a couple bulbs, and these are 32-inch fluorescents. I don't even know if I can find a 32-inch fluorescent. I can get 36, but I haven't seen a 32. Kept the change sorter here because I want people to think that this is a non-functioning soda machine, you know. So if somebody inadvertently comes in, puts in 30 cents, the price says on the front, the change just falls through the machine if it happens to, because this isn't powered up. So the change will just fall right through and go to the coin return. All the switches are intact. Here I still have all the micro switches for the product selectors, and I'll probably wire these up, put an LED behind this lens right here. It says this flavor is out. I'll put a light behind each one of these so that when you push the button, it illuminates that light. I got the coin return. That's one of the reasons why I left the thing in here, because I wanted to make all the noises and get the sensation that it's actually a functioning machine. Just out of frame, here's the trash receptacle. Throw away your pull tabs. They go in there. Go into the trash receptacle. This is the ballast for the lights. If this doesn't work, I'll try to find either a fluorescent, or I'll put some LEDs up here. But I wanted to retain as much of the original machine as possible. And then I can use this area, this shelf here, perhaps for reloading dies and stuff like that. So. The inside is going to be all carpeted and have adjustable shelves. And when you open the door, have LED lights on the insides. When you open the door, the lights come on. And I've been thinking around with the idea of using electromagnetic locking system as well as a solenoid actuated pin lock, because you know these aren't very secure. So when I got this machine, of course, it was, I wish I had taken some before and after pictures. This machine sat outside for, the guy I bought it from said for 15 years. I got it home, I started taking it apart. Of course, the paint was all faded and it was all scratched up. All this aluminum trim here is anodized, and it's kind of, I mean, it's not in great shape. It's in good shape, but it's not in great shape. The chrome is pitted. I didn't do anything with the chrome up here, but I did polish these out. And like I mentioned, that Pepsi sign is not correct, but who cares? But one thing I did notice over here in the back corner, it looked like somebody had hit this, or it had fallen over, or somebody, I don't know, run into it with a car or something, but there was a huge dent right here. And instead of taking the inner box out and beating the dent out, they just filled it with Bondo. So, you know, my wife gave me a hand. She held the dolly, and I got inside and started beating the heck out of that cabinet. And I actually got, this was really deformed, and it's still got a little bit of a wave to it, you can see, but it's a lot better than it was. But on the back here, I didn't spend any time at all. I don't know if it's showing up, but you can see, I can't see it from this angle, but you can see the sanding scratches up in here. This is going to be towards the wall. I spend a lot of time in material. But this right here is off. There's Bondo in here. This was all caved in. There's a huge dent right here. I don't know how well that's showing up. There you can see it. But that was probably shoved in there a good inch or so, and they just covered it with Bondo. You can see the dent down there. I didn't spend any time pounding that stuff out. And then over on this side, there, on the inside of the cabinet right here, about right here, there's a reinforcing piece on the inside of there, and it was creased like it'd fallen over on its side. Somebody drug it across the ground. There was a huge crease all the way down, so that got all filled. There was another crease over here. The top was completely white when I got it, and I just continued the paint scheme on the sides, just continued it across the top. I was going to clear coat this thing, but they didn't have the activator for the clear that I got in stock. They ordered it, and I just got in a hurry and finished it up. So see about we got two good ones here that are clear. There's another one, and then these three are all cloudy. I'll see if I can get some headlight repair stuff and polish those back. I'll keep my eyes open on eBay for some replacements. There it is. Phase 1. Phase 2, I'm going to start working on the inside. Probably I got to clean out this garage and find a hole for it. I'll probably end up bolting it to the wall too. Find a couple of studs that I can go right through the back of the cabinet. I'll put some wood spacers on the back side of the cabinet and bolt it right to the wall. Because I don't want somebody to just say, "Oh, the pop machine, let's steal this." Yeah. So there it is. What do you think? Shall I continue? I don't even like Pepsi. I'm a Diet Coke guy. Oh well. We'll see how this thing turns out. So, if you're so inclined, go down in the comment section and hammer away. And if you haven't done so yet, go down there and the subscribe button and subscribe. And give me a thumbs up if you like the idea of a old pop machine turned into a safe. It's not really a safe, but you know, I'm gonna hide my stuff in plain sight. And until next time, you have a splendid day. Have fun, be safe, shoot straight, all that happy horse crap. Until the next one, bye.